this is hype, cool, upbeat, no copyright, free, energetic intro, outro. This is Dom Tro, nothing, and it is in their YouTube studio, so they don't bug out copyright, but it doesn't affect your channel nonsense. How y'all doing this evening? I want to have my words placed right. So lately, I get notifications. I just actually turned them off to at least Facebook. It's through Instagram, so I've seen people who I thought were pretty educated. Come to find out, the majority of them are young and inexorable, which you see the jackass. It has nothing to do with political fronts. It's an animal, as we have been led to believe, which the word inexorable means to be stubborn, bullheaded. Well, to me, that's confused, regardless. And that's not for me to make light on it. We know the word to be ignorant, the N word. I've seen lately, like I said, 5 to several people, 5 notifications. I couldn't. I was amazed at one female and two young males. Worried about people putting up cash apps. Well, it wasn't directed at me. The thing that bothers me is all of them wants to get everything monetized. Me, I've been on here for a long time, and they give me strikes. I had to, sit there and tell them, look, man, appeal them, because you're wrong. And they did so. Every one of them has been wrong, especially the one where I talked about the 10th Amendment. Remember, I studied law, and it amazed me to think that they would have individuals or have a program, if it's AI, whatever that means. I detest that word AI. And my thing was never really getting monetized, but I was surprised because I remember sending them a message saying, it's funny how all these Pelicans are getting monetized in days or weeks. And I've heard people say it's taking them 1 to 2 to 3 years, melanated, the ones that I know. What's even more shocking is it took me less than 24 hours. Was it because of my statement? Because on here I expressed that I've studied law. Well, I have. I just never felt like I had to utilize it. That's like Wells Fargo. You see all the stuff that's going on with them, right? Thing with Chase Manhattan Bank. But they still refuse to have the individuals, their branch managers and everybody else say, look, we can't be overcharging a $3 overcharge for 35. You know what I'm saying? It's all right. They're already paid. They got your social security number and everything. It's part of a system. And these individuals who are making this claim, talking about, why do people put cash up on it? Well, they didn't say nothing about YouTube. I guess there's some people doing it on the pages. I don't know. I don't be on it looking like that. I do a messenger, for those of you who know, and Instagram. I share things there, and I share stuff on my reel and that little X on your portfolio. You got the little. I'm not big on sharing. I'll see something I like, and I'll share when I first open it up, and it's right there, and I'll share that. Other than that, because I look at pretty interesting stuff. And these individuals are saying that. What is their purpose? What are they going to do in return? Are they working a decent job? What is the angst? Stubbornness is a bottomless pit of envy, zealousness, and everything else. And if these individuals want to say that they're part of some indigenous, autochthonous, or aboriginal movement, if that's the case, you need to be wary and pay attention to these individuals. Because see, these people don't mean you no good. Now, whenever I see somebody melanated sounding off like that, that shows me the direction they're in, because haven't we been on the bottom of the totem pole when this is our great country, our great ancestral land? It's not about even being great, because we're far from it. These people do not boggle my mind. I see them as very intrepid on this perilous journey of self-defeat and self-destruction, while enumerating themselves amongst, I guess they want to say, a nation. People don't think before they speak, before they post something. Nobody else is doing it other than these goofy young Negroes and some women, young or old. They look very, very stupid, and the world is looking at them. And maybe they are part of this, these different sects or cults. That's what they are. I don't care if you're not doing bad. Because you need to understand, it's not so much that's the certain movements like Masons, this, that, and the other. It's the ones who remain silent. You know what they say: if you see somebody do something bad and you don't do nothing about it, well, you know you are the company you keep. I've been saying it long ago, and I'm gonna say it here for the first and last time. The Jews actually believe, a lot of them don't know that they're converts. A lot of them don't know nothing. That's why they were given so much. It's the ones at the head of it who are the occultists, the ones who have made sure that even their so-called own people are blind to the facts and the truth, who push, they don't care about the religion or anything. It's not about that. It's about having people unilaterally enslaved all the way around. These people are the ones that you're seeing with the NIH or the New World Order, whether you want to say Illuminati, Russell Christians, Masonic, this, that, they have inserted themselves everywhere across the board. And they have a very diabolical way of dealing with people. Are they amongst or in our midst? Of course they are. Why is that people have a hard time saying the simplest thing? When any Negro or Negress have a Negro or Negra has an issue with melanated people reaching out to better themselves, regardless, to get funds supported by their own, like everybody else. When they have to speak against it, I mean, I understand there might be some crackheads and this, that, and other. Well, we can't lump everybody into the same barrel, but it amazes me at the fluidity of the lamentation of stupidity. Now, the other one is a lot of these individuals running around with their attitudes, tough cats, this, that, and the other. I learned a long time ago in boxing and martial arts to carry my weight that looked outside as not to present myself as if I was carrying a sidearm in the open carry. A lot of people have been getting knocked in the head, shot first, even standing in line, getting snatched out because they didn't have the safety measures where it's hard for the pull. And the second one to turn around and return fire or to stop the assault. That's careless. But it's these individuals who move in the most monumental, monotonous way, again, of self-destruction. How can they be such badasses? And can't even get together. A lot of y'all walk around like you're really bad stank. And you don't even know how to move. You don't even know how to align yourself. You don't even know how to move as a unit. I don't care about the little gang mishmashes when your little neighborhood or block over or in that certain area of 12 to 13 blocks. That don't mean nothing because we see how that's playing out. You have no training, especially you hardheads been in prison and stuff. Y'all really think you're something, and you're nothing. You are absolutely nothing. These are some of the things to think about. Now, I posted a video of these young women fighting at this mall, and they look so stupid. And then the dude walking around, this one dude, I guess he's badass. Those are the ones I seen get shot a lot too. Walking through, knocking people, knocking them out or punching them and knocking them on their butt. Now everybody was sitting going, oh, he's a badass. He's nothing. He's one individual, maybe with 4 or 5, maybe others. Nobody. See, all them emotions and feelings they're going to do is get you where a whole lot of other folks are, and that's in the morgue or the crematorium. Crematorium, a whole lot of embalming fluid with a not water or airtight casket that they're going to rob the family because they're too ignorant to know because they're still worshiping some Jesus or something. All right, or is Muhammad, whatever, and they don't even know the truth because it's been manipulated on all fronts. When I say the Illuminati, all these different individuals have inserted themselves in every dynamic, you better believe they're at the highest they have. Most Christians, whatever there's a ton of names out there. I have a little pamphlet with all these friggin', I was like, and I think I did one line where I named all these groups or secret societies or whatever. The problem is a lot of them might not really be about something bad, but in there you have this attrition rate that is high because of these select few who have got themselves in the position prepared for what is going on. I in my own opinion, are alleged. by some counts of what I've heard people say or share or speak on. Anything in our lifestyle that is not about allowing our people to illuminate and step forward is pathetic. It's satire and it's sick. Like I said, I didn't come here for the masses, I came here for the few. And if you got an issue and you're sitting here because you want to be part of that dichotomy of stupidity, I don't have that 3,500 to sit here and tell y'all that the pale wolf and dark wolf story. So that's not my loss because it's happening. And it's not my loss at all. It's yours. I don't care who you are, what you think you are, how you feel today. For you, I see so many of them in the community talking about praise be and I went to church. Got Aboriginal sun kiss or something like that on their name. I'm like, who is this fool? G something something, and then putting up more doctrines and this, that, and the other. The most confused, complex, confused. It's like you walk into something that may bear a lot more truth than everything out there, and you're still conflicted. I guess the worship gene is kicking in hard. Maybe it's the frequencies doing it. I'm not here to remove your belief or say there's no creation or God when that's actually you. Because you got to remember, there's a reason why people put the small g in front of the OD. I'm not here to break that up either if you want to hold on to the big one, which you're not. Though you can be the biggest in your own accord, I told you you're more powerful than you think. People even saying they're going, oh, you got some, you Mongol. No, I'm not Mongol. What the hell is wrong with you? I got pictures of my great uncles. I got pictures of my great grandparents on both sides. Well, I have 80-year-old uncles and aunts who are sharing them with me. Do you have that? See, this is not a me against you. This is not a competition. See, a lot of you young fellas and ladies are just caught up. You can't tell the difference between your ass and the toilet seat. As if the toilet seat is sitting on you, wetting you up the back all day. So what that means, you know where the caca's going. People don't want to listen. They think they know everything. I know a lot of y'all come on, you watching. You ain't saying that you watching. Open your mouth for once. Don't be rhetorically scared and fearful as if somebody's going to attack you. It's not going to happen. I know how to block people, remove people. I've done it too. I've done 3 already. And I don't lose no sleep. Hell, I'm sleeping a lot better, actually. Moment of tea, excuse me. Unbelievable. Oh, my goodness. So I remember the Mongols when they came out of Vietnam and Hell's Angel was already established, some goofy racist group of people, right? Nothing here to badmouth them because I actually know some Hell's Angels in New York and I was cool. We was cool with each other. It was a platonic relationship because of martial arts and boxing and the way I carried myself. Because I knew who I was. So I wasn't incorporated with the black or this, that, and the other. And I didn't want to belong to anything. I was never one to belong to anything. I don't see no need. But I remember the Mongols, they came to be, and they were a small network who didn't put up with nonsense, Spanish people, or Latinos, or whatever they want to call themselves. And their first objective was being dealt a blow as they grew. And because they turned around and started letting melanated people, pale-skinned people, and stuff like that. But they turned around and them and the Hells Angels went at it. Well, later on, because of prison, and early late 90s, I guess, or mid 90s, 80s, 90s, they started having a problem with, what's it called? One of those MS-13 or one of those. I don't know. I forget which one. I don't have my tablet on here and the laptop's off. Updating, not off. Well, anyway, one of those Mexican gangs. And they were pretty much handing the Mongols their butts. Now, it wasn't that the Mongols were a chump, but somebody wants to come assassinate you, they're going to come assassinate you, or the best attempt if you're not prepared. Anyway, the heads had to sit down, and I think they've had a truce since 2009 up to this mountain. Kind of shaky, but they still have a truce. See, what I'm saying is, why is it that our people are so infuriated with their own, yet they want to belong to every so-called organization? Isn't that a red flag? Doesn't that say, well, maybe there's something more sinister going on behind the lines instead of out in front where the enemy's supposed to be so you can see them? And again, inexorable or just plain stubborn and ignorant is a possibility, right? I'm just only making a statement because we need to have some clarification. And if you don't know how to speak to these individuals and stop them, because say, I'm not against nobody. I'm not against all these crayon colors and people want to call themselves. I am against stupidity, and I'm against anybody who's against my people. Literally, my people. Um, and if that's a problem, then why are you here? Why are you watching? It's a fact that I've had 3 people from high school say, man, I remember you talking about that Terry stuff. And I was like, yeah, I know. In the last 2 years, you see all these Pelskins coming on. You can go and look at the channels. And they're talking about the Terry in Prussia. I was the only one saying it was worldwide. The only one. Before there was YouTube or anything. In the Navy, being told to be quiet. My grandma smacked me on my mouth and popped me in the head with a ladle or something like that. A ladle or something. Yeah, real talk, y'all. This is not a game. I've been doing this, like I said, since, let's see, 1978. Around the time I started breakdancing. On the East Coast up north. I was always at the libraries. I made it my business to pay attention to the things that I came across, and I liked architecture and drawing, painting. So, and I remember looking at everything, going, that must be ancient. I remember saying to myself, looking at train tracks, going, that must be like 5,000 years old. And people thought I was crazy. Was I? See, and nobody was talking about it. Nobody. MySpace, AOL, MySpace, Big Buck, nobody. YouTube, when I came on here years ago and I said I was going to do 2A and stuff, and I was like, you know what? I don't feel like doing this. I didn't. People were like, you can earn money. I was like, I don't care. Excuse me. Well, anyway, so I've been doing some research, and the latest information I can find goes back only 5 years. Well, 5 years compared to 1978, a young little teenager who read a lot, paid attention to everything. And why is it that people are so conflicting and confused, and who was the start of it? There was only a handful of us people that paid attention to what I was saying and started looking at the books themselves. So wherever they moved to or lived, obviously they may have talked about it. What amazes me, though, is the people come on and they act like I always tell you, I'm not the key authority in anything because I didn't create the stuff. I don't own it. You don't see me put my name on everything. Jim Redwolf all over the place. Jim Home on the show. It's not there because I don't own the information. If it's millennia or old, right? How can I own it? If you want to put cash out, if you want to sit there and ask somebody, I've had numerous people, and some of them come over and watch, who ask me, Red, can you send me $30? You grown ass, maybe a year older than me. I'm not thinking like that. I send it. There you go. Okay, I get by. Don't even worry about it. I can't take it to the grave. See, there's this dynamic that it seems to be prevalent within all socioeconomic groups. Who's got the bigger thing or the bigger cigar, the bigger, what is it? Well, today you don't know who's got that because, we're in such a conflicting, confusing time. But it's just amazing how everybody gets on these wagons. And then I look at these individuals who are always talking about, this rapper, that, and Gotti, and the new one that found guilty, this or that one or that, and that got to be with the time. and they got ab on their stuff, or they got something Z or this that L Bay and this that and talking law, and first of all, the police and the marshals them don't recognize you as no more, you bunch of dingbats. So pipe it down. No, study law. I know. I trained police officers. They don't recognize. People say, "Well, look, did you see that YouTube?" Excuse me. It's one thing if you actually have it in your family, because when they do a research and certain things come up, you'll be flagged. Just because they let you go, it might be on account of the fact that you are not a citizen. And if you claim a citizen and you claim your constitutional rights and you know them, there's a difference in First Amendment or second, First Amendment and being able and Fourth Amendment, like being safe in your own searches and this, that, and other. There's a difference. And sometimes the police know that and they'll let you be, and then you act a fool and say the wrong things, and they'll be like, "Oh, well, we're going to make up some charges here." And there's nothing you can do about it because you initiated something with somebody just as much in their feelings as you, regardless of the costume. Because see all that you guys running around calling yourself Moors, you nothing but a damn character in a costume. I don't care how well you make yourselves up and what flag you want to fly, because that flag is not of this country. See, there's always been a liaison for every country over here. The UN is a front of a lie based upon an ideology from cultism that has nothing to do with ancient history, but those who want to take over, who have paid attention to saw the peace. And you see we're not at peace right now. So again, for all you white supremacists, you Islamic, Christian, whatever, Hindu, whatever, 99.90% of y'all don't know the truth at all. And you're willing to cause harm and inflict pain because you're inexorable or ignorant. Wow. That's just very, very emotionally stable, isn't it? Oh, you have a hard time when you come across a real one and you don't know what to do. Well, you keep praying to your fake gods and everything else, and you give your energy away, and then can't figure out why you're in the situation you're in, why you have so much hatred, why you look so stupid, why you don't recognize both political parties are the same influence. They're all related. You show me how they not, and I will show you how they are. It doesn't take a little 13-year-old girl, some 20 odd years ago to prove this. Damn it, yeah, Bush. It doesn't take a little 13-year-old to prove it. They're all related, just like the media are all related to them. Majority of them, not all of them. Do me a favor and somebody prove it to me. Why you worried about Carrie Lake or Candace Owens, Yee or Pelosi, whatever idiots you are, please. I would love to see it, the black conservative. What's Roland Martin? All of them are just a bunch. Some of them are steeped in the crap, and the majority is just plain ignorant. And yet y'all will go and run to them. I don't get it. You don't want comfort. You don't want to illuminate yourself. You don't want no more light. You don't want to do anything to better yourself. You don't want to listen to somebody who's saying you don't have to follow me, but you can watch what I do, and if it's appealing, then you can also do it yourself. So you want the problems, you want the pain, you want the suffering, you want to believe in something outside of yourself. Well, you have that power. That's not really power, but you have that choices. I believe nothing I hear and half of what I see. It's even less than that now. Because if I believe it, doesn't mean do I have to believe in it? No, believing in something and believing in what you see are two different things. Want me to break that down for you? If you believe in something, that means you're going to give your all to it. You actually are not conflicted by it. Right? If you believe in something, believe in something. Do I need to keep going on? Do I need to further give another example on the other part? I mean, why? What is that? Why is it that everybody has this? It gets a little warm and things start flying again. Why is that everybody has this? I have an idea, but and I've stated it, but regardless of that, why is it that everybody has this confliction with themselves? Why do they want to inflict everything on themselves? What are you attempting to hold on to? I'm a welder. You know who I like to watch when it comes to welding? Rather be welding. It's this young man who builds all these. I love what he builds, from the electric dirt bikes to his rock crawlers, his mini bikes, his go karts. I love watching that. Mm. You get on some acreage, and I decide to pour a foundation. The place I live in will be the place that I weld. And I will build things like that and then have a good time if they don't allow everything to fall through the friggin', crevices or cracks in the walls they've created. Or if you don't allow them, but I know if you're stuck in those places where you want to run the pain and everything else, maybe that's the commonality. Maybe that's what you can look at and uh, dispose of in yourself. And if that's the case, why are you here? I don't want to disturb and have people shaken or shook. I'm not here to make you afraid. I'm here to share with you little parts of me and what I've seen with other people, and to read those things and hopefully see the dynamics of you being able to share things in your new travels. That's what it's about. Don't they say it takes what? It takes a mother and a father, grandma and grandpa to raise the children, the grandbabies. And it takes the town, right, the village, to raise the family. That means all working together, right? And it takes the clan to make sure that all the taken care of, as far as the villages, and the nation to make sure every clan is looked after well, right? So again, and if that's working, that means everything with the earth is right, right? That means everything is moving in the order it's supposed to, that because you are now moving in this order. I would just like to see people turn around. Yo, West Side, Rondo, what's going on, beloved ones? I would like to see everybody snap about their comas and partake in it. Again, if you see somebody posting that on one of those little dumb little pages, right? Because I like YouTube. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. It's entertaining. I can watch free movies and everything. If you see somebody worried about somebody's cash app, ask them, well, you going to pay them? You have a job where you can put all these people to work. If not, and if you got a problem with helping or donating, I don't ever want to see any one of y'all or anyone talking about, man, don't give that bum no $4, $2. Yeah. Ronald Gandhi. We over there at the Genghis. Rondo, you at the Genghis, man. You better get out that ash water, bro. But y'all know what I'm saying. Ask them, what's the problem? Are you going to give them some money? Then why are you saying that? And then to berate or belittle, what did you do to gain? See, me, I have books all beside my chair, all up under my bed, and the side on that closet over there. West side, I don't know if you saw them books, is in the corner. What's all the jackets? But you saw some of the stored food in my shed out in the back, right, Ronald? Isn't there a shed? I have a I have I have about there's about 20 totes in there, besides other things, my older and stuff like that. That I have totes with books on it. My personal stock. If I need a fix, I'll dig through that to find a book may entertain me other than the ones I'm reading. You see, we have this lethargic way that can go one way or the other. Remember? Thermostat, hot or cold. It's only one vice, but everybody chooses one direction or the other. So if you see these people mentioning this, tell them to mind their business. If you ain't going to do nothing, what's the affliction upon you? And why do you want everybody to listen to you when you're incurring the wrath? What is the wrath for? And you call yourself an aboriginal. How many bodegas do you got? How many apartment buildings do you have? How many homeless people have you fed? How many donations have you made? So if $2, $3, $5 is going to hurt you, See, that's what's very bothersome about me. Oh, I donate to all about 4 or 5, a choice of mine. I'm not saying you have to. I donate to Cancer Society, Slice of Business Loan Catering with my service dog in New York with the kids better. The fire department, as long as the right one's doing the right thing. The people when they had a lot of the PBAs, the boxing, I used to donate for that, $100. I mean, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? And that we know some of them are a front to something, but I'm not here to figure that out. Once it's donated, I don't worry about that. See, when you conflict yourself with material worries, that means you're not living your life. And that's very disturbing. I post stuff on Instagram, right? People fighting, whatever. And I had a couple people talking about unfollowed. I'm like, get your goofy ass out of here because I don't like it either. Just bye. Oh, why did no, you didn't think to ask. I didn't make no statements. See, a lot of y'all are so caught up in your feelings and emotions, you don't even know they're not yours. Oh, you might be wearing them like a badge around on your sleeve in pure ignorance and inexorably. Yet you don't know how to think. And then when somebody comes along, instead of giving you what you want and give you what you need, it's the hardest thing to consume. It's just remarkable. I can't say amazing to that. It was remarkable because there's so many. I want people to see me as decent, but me, I could throw my hands like a motherfucker. I'm a knockout artist, and people know that. I prefer to not be violent in any way, abstract or not. I'm no Superman. I know that I'm powerful, and I'm steeping and stepping more and more into it. When I'm going to have fun, because a lot of times I'm around people I've been around knowing since I was on the res and out here, I have a good time. It's good conversations, but a lot of times I don't want to be dealing with a lot of them. And when I see them, I deal with them as such. But to get people who are really part of the community, we'd like to get more of y'all that come out of your little closets and do something different. And that's just one part. I want to do some camping and stuff. I want to, y'all got your tents, you got your bivvies, you got your sleeping bags, you got some your buddy heater or whatever. You got some dry food, you got some some camping food and some water, and let's load up. Where we going? We're going up over there. It's an excellent camping site. $14, 2 days. We good? Grab some firewood. Oh, if you got some like me, I got axes and all that stuff. We going find some dead trees and we make a fire. You see what I'm saying? I like doing things like that. Of course, where I can carry my rifles and my guns. Coconino Forest is awesome. Been all up and through there, back in that park over there in Flagstaff, man. I love it. But you're talking about Coconino Forest. Yes, it's beautiful. Especially when you go over that place, it's got the little restaurants and stuff. You know what I'm talking about? Go to Grand Canyon, the little path back there around it. You know what I'm talking about? There's a long strip. You can go off the east side and camp out. Yeah, man, the big trees and all that. Love that. The straightaway. Oh, man, that's my favorite. Coconino Forest, they got a long trail. You walk all the way down the back. And they have the people, and it takes you walk up on this little thing. Or you're walking around the sides of some of the mountain, the canyon. You see the Grand Canyon or everything. So yeah, I love that. Yo, what's going on, Benj? Yeah, you saw the sign. Yeah, I've been there numerous times. I like going to Copper Jerome, Copper City, the old copper mine, way in the mountains. We're high up there. It's absolutely beautiful. It's magnificent. I mean, there's old sites there, museums. It's magnificent. You would think you was in up in the mountains of like Singapore, or well, like Vietnam or something. I mean, it's the way it looks. It's fabulous. Old copper mines. I took my daughter Jael there. It was a beautiful time, even though she was acting so stupid. But I still love her. Excuse me, I shouldn't have said that. But I love the hell out of her. I would just like to see all these tough guys stop acting like they're so tough. I don't see none of them with a plan, how to move. And I guarantee you, anybody they with, if you was to give them all rifles, I can get 4 people in 3 days and we can walk down the middle of the street and take every last one of them out. and then have a whole bunch of rifles and some more ammo. I'm just saying, dead and stinking. I mean, I'm not advocating violence. What I'm making here, I'm making clear is a fact. But everybody's just comfortable, huh? Yeah, comfortable where you lay and where you sit. Okay. Well, I just want to come on and drop this little piece of info. I didn't come on here to be for long. Tomorrow I will read. I figured today everybody was doing that unholy Christmas thing and all that. Yes, that's what I said. Giving their little energy away because they're stuck. You know, people I grew up with, they're grown up. As old as me and older, still talking about Merry Xmas, everybody. Oh, shut your mouth off. Making the Xmas don't change anything. Just it don't matter how much information you put out there. They're not going to release themselves and relinquish themselves to truthful facts. They're going to hold on to that crap like it's And when you say what your great grandparents didn't partake in that shit, do you ever think about that stuff? Excuse me. No, they won't say nothing because they don't know nothing. Sadly, I know a lot of y'all sitting there probably got a little boo hoo hoo going on because you're emotionally unstable and you're unfounded as far as your feelings. You know, because you didn't get the gift or you was expecting something instead of looking in the mirror and expecting you to be better than what you was yesterday. It's amazing. People believe they're being berated and hit in the head when somebody is talking about something. No, what you want to do is see a whole lot of this. The Missouri Gazette, the Chicago Tribune of 1765, and all this other stuff. Look, you an Indian. Look. Either you is today, or you're still doing genealogy work, or you just a bandwagon layer that just says I am this, or you're a part of the ecological problem in our so-called family. It's a lifestyle. I'm not saying we got to walk around doing. I showed Rondo where I go out and I don't like the word prayer. Where I shadow work, okay. Where I go out and say what needs to be said. Isn't that right, Rondo? Oh, it's real. Every day. I don't give a damn who's looking, what they thinking. See, those things do not incur anything upon me. They're not a fracture or nothing. When I go out and I'm barefoot in a tank top or a t-shirt, shorts or pajama bottoms, get in that sand circle, that earth, and allow me to do what it is I need to do with clarity or no clarity. And people have a hard time taking it upon themselves to do that. You know why? Because they can't let go of what they did yesterday, much less what they did a year ago. Well, I'm following so-and-so, and that one's right. He and she is right. Nah, we need what? What you need? You need what? You want to go to war? You want to fight? Do you know what war is? Do you know how to fight? Have you ever seen people falling around you? Do you even know what may happen? Are you ready to become desensitized? Are you really ready to go to war? No, see, that's a figment of your imagination, what you believe, encouraged by media. Channeling. They channel shit into you through programming. See, I know it's hard to accept that. There's no reality. Okay. And what does the big screen mean? What does move E mean? To move what? Didn't the Muslims say 5%ers, arm, leg, head? Movies based upon 5 letters, right? To move E. E is the 5th alphabet, right? Move who? The move is to move E. Move you. Why is it that people don't know geometry or don't know numbers? The true, not the eclectic shit. I'm talking the eclectic stuff, but the truth behind things. Because you won't accept it. Go on. You want to be in the big lights, the big camera? What in the world is that? I know I had a fruit fly flying around. I thought you got it, bro. Y'all had a ripe banana that I didn't want to eat and throw it in instead of putting it in the sinkerator, the fooderator, I put it in the garbage like a dummy. And you will get fruit flies off of them, y'all. So yes. At least I didn't have 100 of them fly out of there. But again, why is there nobody wants to grasp the reality of this truth? I can't get it. I don't want to, is what I'm saying. I'm going to allow myself, so I can't get it. I know people feel like they be getting beat up. And if that's how they feel, then maybe they need it. Hmm. When your vehicle's running out of gas, what do? You go and get gas. If you don't have enough money, but you know you got an appointment come up, you're going to borrow it because you're tuned in. We're all good slaves, one way or another, because we don't know how to make the change. And when we start listening to make the change, we will not partake in that change. It is a fruit fly, guys. That's what it looks like. Or plant fly. I don't know plant bugs. We won't partake in that change. And yet, these are the same people that believe in evolution. I don't believe in evolution. I think evolution is based upon the truth of it being de-evolution, which is the smack in the face, the jokes behind closed door, the laughter right where you can't see it at and here. These two things they call these orbitals. They have these things called these eye sites. They hold these things called eyes. Excuse me. Okay, y'all. Been on here 43 minutes, too long. And I appreciate everybody coming in, my brother especially, and anybody else, all of y'all, my sisters, if you're looking. I decided not to say nothing this evening. I love y'all. Always. I just wish I would love to see people take up the hammer on the mantle. Trauma, what's going on, family? Take up the mantle. And we are originals. That's the word I utilize, and y'all know that. But I'm using the other ones because that's the things I see. I would like to see our people take up the mantle and start making some official, real change. Stop being the players in the dictionary and utilize and learn how to play the dictionary. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. So, hey, tomorrow evening I will be doing an open mic. So let people know, and on your pages of people, and we're gonna have it just like last time. No swearing and all that. We're gonna carry ourselves like the gentlemen, the real men, the original men we are. We're cut from a different cloth per se, and we need to hold ourselves to that. You feel me? And I believe that is very important. I'm gonna go ahead. I didn't go to the movie theater, obviously. No, I didn't go to the movies. I'll go tomorrow, maybe. I think we're still gonna have an early matinee. I ordered 2 more books, guys. The tab is upstairs. I'll show y'all. I'll show y'all tomorrow. But I love y'all. I'm gonna take it down. I appreciate everybody that came in. Y'all go ahead and get your salutes and salutations. We had an excellent time. West Side them. I would like to see y'all edit together footage with all the videos. I might be able to do it with some of the ones. I'm grateful y'all sending me, and maybe I'll be able to piece together a nice one just to upload right here on YouTube. So that's what I was looking for. But other than that, I want to say y'all have a grand evening. Just chill. Still work on breathing. I had my brothers running yesterday, so I think they had a good little breathing in. And in that sand we running in, this is why I like running on that sand because it's very soft. It's like running on the beach, kind of. Not as soft as that, but more like the water form. But we had a good time. We'd love to have more people up, partaking in it. You know what I mean? Like really, like organized and fabulous, especially some sisters, so they can learn how to handle some rifles and guns. I sweat one time, even though my fingers off the trigger. It's etiquette not to do that. And even some of us who've been doing it for a long time, we can get a little comfortable, too comfortable, and tend to make stupid mistakes. And we should never do that. That's in everybody. And I'm always a stickler about that. But we have to hold ourselves accountable. We must remember our 5 Ps. We must be dignified in how we act amongst one another. We must not have this attrition rate of ignorance and stand arrogant as if we cannot make the mistakes. And I want to say newfound growth. How about reacquainting ourselves to who we are? instead of newfounded growth, which now these days I can never allow that to make sense. But we're reestablishing a connection to our truth. So with that being said, because I'll keep going on and on and on and on and on. Y'all have a grand evening. Who else came up? Anyone else come up here? All right, so we got the brothers in here. Yeah. Yo, tell them how it was yesterday. We had a good time. And look, the 50 and over crew, we our legs are sore. My legs are good now because that cold water, boy, it do you right. But man, I woke up this morning, even before I went to bed last night, I was like, man, what's my leg? Hold on, I run. What's going on? I was like, wait a minute. But it's good to run out there. So we got to set it up again. We got to have a little communal, have this communicate and get it in. All right. So I'm gonna sign off, and y'all have a grand evening.